Wang, Dr. Enrico, and Dr. Semiquantitative, and I'm going to give a presentation about my research on semiquantitative evaluation, early exposure to microsurgery education. And the background of this research is a paper done by a previous intern in the lab, also supported by the Microsurgery Foundation. We look at the early exposure to medical specialty and the impact on the students. It attracts a broader population that are interested in medical field, and also leads to a more committed career path since they're able to have a clear picture about they're able to have a clear picture about their future and increase the confidence in entering the medical field. And this is the website of microsurgery education from our lab. It is free and open for everyone. Once you register, and you can access all the videos of training courses we have in the lab, and there's a brief introduction about some microsurgery skills and also some papers about the models they're using. And the lesson I was taking during this summer also have a clear lesson plan on the website. So the problem we are addressing in this research is the diversity in medical practitioners is limited. We'll show you in the next slide. And the more diversity in practitioners increase patient care and outcomes, since you have more people from different places, and you'll be able to give a better care to patients that have different needs. And this is a paper that is talking about the impact of diversity populations in medical field and what they can do. And we also want to look at the capacity of students after they receive a full course, how they can train people and make this a loop. So these are the populations that visit our lab to receive microsurgery trainings. You can see that over 50% of them are residents, most of them are from plastic surgeries, and about 33% of them are med school students. You can also see a 2.15 population of undergraduate students, which is what we want to extend in population. So we want to see if before you receive any medical training or you have any knowledge in medical field, you can still practice microsurgery. The objective of this research is to evaluate the capacity of pre-med students to learn microsurgery and how it impacts their interest in entering medical field. Also, we want to see that if an undergraduate student is able to act as a teaching assistant in the lab, so it can reduce the burden of the instructor. And the method we use is 6-lesson courses, sorry. It includes how to adjust the microscope, understand surgical tools and names, managing sutures and needles under microscope, and also tie surgical knot and using airborne method. So airborne method, as shown there, is a method to tie knots, but without letting the short end of the suture fall into the gap of organs or vessels. It will be really helpful when you are doing microsurgery since the sutures are super small. And we also learned 2 ways to perform anastomosis. One is end-to-end and another one is backflow. End-to-end anastomosis is, so this is a blood vessel. You will tie the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock first and close it a little bit. Then you tie the knot in a needle and do 2 knots here and then flip it over and do 3 knots to close the vessel entirely. And backflow method is a special method when you are not able to flip the vessel because sometimes the 2 cuts of the vessels are too far away, so you will have to, after you close the vessel from the 12 o'clock position, you can start from the back, so you don't have to flip the entire vessel. And the result is that the student, which is me, skill level of microsurgery is same as a junior resident. This is described by my instructor. And I was able to perform end-to-end anastomosis and back wall anastomosis. But for back wall, I still need some assistance from my instructor. It also increased my confidence in microsurgery skills. Before I came to this lab, I know little about microsurgery, and after doing this, it do increase my interest in how I tie knots. And the timing of performing end-to-end anastomosis also decreased, so we can look at this figure here. For 3 millimeter synthetic vessels, my timing decreased from 48 minutes to 13 minutes. And for 2 millimeter synthetic vessel, it decreased from 35 minutes to 11 minutes. For 1 millimeter synthetic vessel, it decreased from 60 minutes to 14 minutes. And all of them are using end-to-end anastomosis. And I also take pre and post-course surveys. So the result of surveys show that my interest in becoming a microsurgeon increased from moderately to very. I really hope that what I learned in this lab can be used in my future career. And I was also feeling less tense, dropping from moderately to slightly tense. But sometimes I still get nervous if I break the suture or the vessel. And also, this is the result of comparison of my first pre-course survey to the post-course survey after the last class. And so we can see that I scored from 1 to 5. And my confidence is in every different skills, like know the name, manage microscope, sutures, needles, how to pick it up, knot tying, all have an increase in it. And this is a video of me performing knot tying on a synthetic 3 millimeter synthetic vessel. Okay, so we can see. Bring my needle through it while I'm still struggling here before. I'm starting knot tying here, but I'm still trying to get the needle through here. Yeah. The method of tying surgical knot here, because at that time I'm not really super familiar to airborne method. I almost finished here, but here I just let the suture go. And these are the pictures of my anastomosis on a 2 millimeter synthetic vessel, and this is 1 millimeter synthetic vessel. They're all tested with, I inject water inside the synthetic vessel, and it doesn't have a significant leak. They're all fine. And another result of taking this course is I was able to teach students that are visiting our lab. 2 of them are, there are 4 students, 2 are high school students and 2 are undergraduate students. And 2 of the high school students are in the back, Michael and Ava. They're doing a great job. And 2 of the undergraduate students are students from the Doris Tube program here. And after taking the courses, they're able to perform end-to-end anastomosis on a 3 millimeter synthetic vessel. And they also have the ability to teach others how to do a surgical knot tying with microsurgery tools under a microscope. And they also have, for the 2 high school students, because they have longer time to take courses, so they are able to perform the more suturing method. And this is the picture of the 3mm synthetic vessels. It's Ava's work. You can see it's really neat, and after the pavement test, it also doesn't have any leak. And this is the picture. I was teaching a high school student, Ava, and teaching the undergraduate student, Nikki here. It's really a great time teaching them, and it also helped me to improve my skills while I'm teaching them airborne. I also able to do it faster than before. And these are the results of the surveys from the 2 undergraduate students. So one of the undergraduate students, both of them have an increase in confidence score after they take the courses and managing the tools and sutures. And for the first undergraduate student, the result of wanted to be a microsurgeon remains moderately, and the interest of becoming a surgeon increased from moderately to very. And the result of the second undergraduate students of becoming a microsurgeon increased from slightly to moderately. And interest in becoming a surgeon decreased from extremely to very. It might because microsurgery is kind of a hard specialty. So after learning this, they might have a new thought about their future career. And so after taking this course, from the reflection I received from students that are coming into the lab, I think it increased their interest in entering medical field, and just doing things under microscope is also fun. However, the difficulty of the course might reduce willingness. You really want to do small things under microscope for the everyday in a career, or you want to do anything else. And also, it increased skill level, as I showed in the previous slide. And it also, I think teaching is a method for me to improve my skills. I wouldn't have gone to this stage if I didn't teach the students that are visiting our lab. And it also showed the capacity of pre-med students, which undergraduate student, the ability of doing microsurgery skills, and before they are residents or even med school students. And during this research, we also see a rising problem that there are more and more students coming to the microsurgery lab and receive courses. So we will have to repeat the same introduction and again. So it might be more efficient if we can generalize the courses and make a video tutorial, or have a larger classes and teach everyone the same thing at once. And so that's something we'll focus in the future. And that is the picture of me and 2 undergraduate students and high school student and my mentors. And these are my references. I'd like to say thank you to Dr. Zeng, Dr. Ford, Dr. Dingo, Dr. Zhang, and Dr. Wang. And also thank you for the Daughter Student Program. We have this opportunity to practice here. So, thank you.
Great job, Esther. Are there any questions, either in the room or online? Esther, I can get you started with one. So you did a lot of work on the learning and then teaching, and then also thinking about how this influenced others. I guess what to you was most challenging in the process of learning, but then also thinking about how to teach these skills to other people?
I would say patience is the most challenging part for me, because this is a skill that requires practicing again and again and again. But it's kind of tired to work under a microscope, just sit there for 4 hours and doing time again and again and again. and it's also tired, like for your students to do that. And while you're teaching, like different people will have different problems. And sometimes I haven't faced that problem, so I don't really know how to explain it or solve it. So we was like stuck there for a few minutes. Yeah, I think that's the most challenging part for me.
I have another question. No one has any, but please feel free. So you mentioned that you're getting more of a demand, and the lab's getting more of a demand for these courses.
Yes.
Did you get a sense at all of like why, right? Like why, like is it just a general interest, like maybe wanting to think about a career as a surgeon? Is it for, a specific area of training? Like who's coming and wanting these courses?
I think most of them are residents and also people that are interested in plastic surgery. And I think the increase in need, Dr. Zhang has mentioned before, is because there are not a lot of training courses or labs around the U.S. So people will fly here to come to this lab, like they're residents from the UK. And we also set up online, like we'll stream our courses, and so people from Africa or all around the world will drop in a Zoom and learn online courses. So I think why there are a lot of people coming is because there are lack of resources. So maybe just we can set up more tutorials, or if the students receive training and they think it's good, maybe they can go back to their schools or labs and set up another lab that can help train people. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, and thank you again to your mentors.